Thomas Stoppard, the towering giant of modern theater and film, died on November 29, 2025, aged 88, at his home in Dorset, England, surrounded by his family. He passed away peacefully, marking the end of a life that began under the shadow of war and rose to reshape the world of drama and storytelling forever. Born Tomáš Straussler on July 3, 1937, in Zlín, Czechoslovakia, Stoppard's earliest years were steeped in turmoil. His Jewish family fled the Nazis, moving first to Singapore, then, when that too became unsafe, to India, spending time in Darjeeling, before finally relocating to England after World War II. That displacement, that survival, laid the foundation for a childhood of upheaval and identity shifting. It was in that new land that he adopted the name we now know, Tom Stoppard. In England, he grew up, learned the language, went to school in Nottingham in Yorkshire, and by his late teens began writing, first as a reporter, then as a drama critic. But by 1960, the lure of the stage proved irresistible. He turned playwright, and over 6 decades built a body of work that would come to define modern theater. His breakthrough, a play that changed everything, came in 1966 with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. The play transformed 2 minor courtiers from Shakespeare's Hamlet into existential protagonists, spinning a world of absurdist wit, philosophical depth, and theatrical innovation. When the play moved from Fringe Festival to London's Old Vic to Broadway, Stoppard woke up a star. From there, he never stopped. His pen danced across genre and time. He penned plays like Travesties, a dazzling collision of history, surrealism, and satire; Jumpers, a daring comedy steeped in moral philosophy and satire; Arcadia, a profoundly lyrical exploration of time, science, history, and love, weaving past and present in a tapestry of ideas. The Real Thing, a play about truth, illusion, and relationships that remains one of his most emotionally affecting works. And in 2020, his final play, Leopoldstadt, a deeply personal, haunting meditation on Jewish identity, memory, family, persecution, and loss. Across these works, Stoppard never shied away from complexity. Big ideas, chaos theory, history, memory, identity, morality, consciousness, became the playground for his imagination. Yet, he never lost the human heart. His characters loved, doubted, dreamed, despaired, in lines so clever they made you think, but also so real they made you feel. Stoppard did not confine himself only to the theater. He ventured into film and screenwriting, writing or co-writing screenplays that remain milestones. His most famous triumph, the Oscar-winning screenplay for Shakespeare in Love, 1998, a film that brought the world of Shakespeare to life with romance, wit, and historical mischief. He also contributed to projects like Brazil, 1985, Empire of the Sun, 1987, and more, showing again that whatever the medium, stage, screen, or radio, his voice could command it. His brilliance was recognized formally, too. He was knighted in 1997 for services to literature, but the honors, the awards, the acclaim, as vast as they were, never overshadowed his restless spirit, his curiosity, his willingness to experiment and challenge conventions. When news of his passing spread, tributes poured in from across the world. His agents described him as a man to be remembered for his wit, his irreverence, his generosity of spirit, and his profound love of the English language. Heads of state and monarchs weighed in, among them King Charles III and Queen Camilla, calling him a dear friend who wore his genius lightly, someone whose pen could take on any subject, challenge minds and move hearts. A line they quoted, "Look on every exit as being an entrance somewhere else." Artists too mourned. Mick Jagger called him a giant of theater, highly intellectual and very funny, remembering Stoppard as both friend and creative force who left an indelible mark on drama and film alike. And what a mark it was. Over 30 plays, screenplays, radio dramas, translations, adaptations, a legacy that changed how stories could be told, how language could be played with, how audiences could be challenged, intellectually, emotionally, morally. His life trajectory, from refugee child in war-torn Europe to immigrant wanderer crossing continents to British playwright knighted for reshaping language and theater, reads like one of his own dramas. But unlike his plays, it was real. Today the lights dim on an era, but the stage remains. His words, witty, haunting, profound, will continue to echo in theaters, films, hearts around the world. The laughter, the questions, the emotions he conjured, they linger. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.